7-year-old Trenton Williams has cystic fibrosis. It's a disease that not only shortens the lives of its victims, but also threatens them. Every school day for the last 2 years, Trenton was placed in the care of a woman known as Suzanne Pitts, a woman Trenton and his mom Rachel trusted with a precious life, and a woman who, despite the licenses hanging on her office wall, was not a nurse.
Well, I'm just ready to ride this.
I ride my bike and I play on fishing and hunting with my friend.
At first glance, 7-year-old Trenton is a typical boy, but if you spend some time with him, you'll see all he has to do to seem typical. Trenton has cystic fibrosis. He was diagnosed just one day after he was born, facing stomach and bowel resections. In the 7 years since, his stays at Children's have been frequent.
It changed our lives forever.
Normal things like the first day of kindergarten called into question. Was it safe? Who would supervise his treatments?
She was a great person. I mean, she really was. She cared about Trenton. She seemed to care about his treatment.
And in return, Rachel Williams and her son Trenton cared about Miss Pitts, even changing school districts to stay with her. But no one knew Pitts was really Suzanne Johnson, with a lengthy criminal past, including practicing medicine without a license in Florida in 1989 and in Tennessee in 1990. After 6 years at Sidney Diener, she's facing those charges again.
She lied to parents. She lied to me. She lied to Trenton, who was in tears because that was his friend.
And the caregiver to a child battling a dangerous disease.
The medicine he has to have every day, she's administered that. He has to have sometimes 4 breathing treatments a day with airway clearance, a vest machine that shakes the mucus out, closely monitored and everything.
Rachel also trusted the school, but when we called previous employers listed on Johnson's resume, we quickly discovered several errors. She was fired from one place for not having a nursing license and subbed at Bradford for a day, not a year.
Complete neglect. I mean, that person is to take care of how many kids? A whole school, and you don't call a reference? Or you call a reference and ignore it? It takes how long to put a license number in the computer?
Rachel spoke to the school superintendent today to find out what can be done about her child's medical forms that are no longer valid.
What did Miss Barrett say to that?
That she's still employed, that it's fine. We would discuss that later. We're not discussing. No.
A lot of parents are upset about this. The school district denied our request for an interview regarding their hiring practices. Christina?